Right, so folks, right, Mnangagwa today is commissioning his Trabablas. This is arguably the country's first ever I will notice here, obvious witnesses, as we can see, right, the Zim papers. What they've just done here is to is to play sound effects and just sideshow footage. I would call it sideshow footage. And so instead of showing really what is live, they've restricted their cameras. So instead of showing viewers what is live, so they've restricted their cameras to just this particular section where there is the base or the slab that says, look, Trabablas interchange. I mean, look, arguably this is the cleanest part or the neatest part of the interchange. This section here where Mnangagwa's name is, where it says launched by Comrade Dr. Nambudzo Emerson Mnangagwa. This is arguably the okay. So this is arguably the cleanest part or the neatest part. So what we're going to need to do is
urban population
to rewind, and so people can see the cutting of the ribbons by Mnangagwa. What it was. And by the way, of yours, this is officially the nation's first ever interchange that is built on a sand pile. I mean, literally, literally, okay. Right, and the plaque, yes, the plaque or the slab or whatever, right? Okay, someone is just correcting me there. Thank you very much. I think Coco Vera is just correcting me and says the plaque. Yes, it is the plaque. But quickly, so this is the nation's first interchange that is built on a sand pile. It's literally built on a pile of sand. I mean, like literally, you know, pile when I was a child, and growing in this part of the country, and you know, we used to assemble sand, and we would play games where we would construct bridges, would construct roads on top of a sand pile, and what people are seeing right now is something that is not new to children, because this is what children do in Zimbabwe. Children build, they construct structures, they construct toy structures on top of sand piles. Whether this is a professional, reliable of a job, right, that has been done is another thing. But people who are in this area of Glen Nora, who have grown up and will not find what they're seeing anything new. However, of course, the only thing that is there is that there is a plaque, and the president is there physically right now, making this introduction. So just going to try and rewind here so that we watch Mnangagwa. As we can see, the footage was quite. The footage that Zim Papers has been playing here is quite choreographed. I mean, it's footage that was pre-recorded, and they're playing it as overlay. And let's go to the actual slot where the interchange was launched. The actual slot, where is it? It is over here. Okay, thank you very much. So that is the ribbon that we see there. Your ribbon, actually, what we see there is the actual ribbon. That is the ribbon there. And that is a vehicle arriving, I believe, with bodyguards. We see armed bodyguards who are soldiers who've got guns there, Bakabata Futi, who are there, and there we are. There is Mnangagwa arriving. My apologies here, just been cut off on Twitter Space. Okay, here we go. My apologies, folks. Got cut off there on Twitter Space. So we see here. Okay. So my apologies, got cut off there on Twitter Space. So we see there is Mnangagwa arriving. Right here. So there we are. So we see Mnangagwa arriving there. I'm hoping people can see. And so that is him there arriving. Let me expand the screen so we see a little bit better. So there he is, and he's cutting the ribbon. There he is, cutting the ribbon to the interchange that is named after him. The interchange that is built on a sand pile, a pile of sand. Oh, there we are. Yippee! Mr. Mnangagwa there is successfully launched the interchange that is named after him, the nation's first interchange, the nation's first bridge that is built on a pile of sand. There we are. How does he feel? How do you feel, Mr. Mnangagwa, to be there as a nation's president? You know, in this country, not very far from here, in the 1970s, early 1970s, 73 it was, Rufaro Stadium, one of the biggest architectures in the capital city, was launched. Now, it wasn't launched by the head of state. It wasn't launched by the prime minister. No, it was actually launched by a councillor, a ward councillor. I mean, literally, folks. Councillor zvake ndiye munhu akaronja one of the biggest architectures of all time, Rufaro Stadium, which is still standing today. And today we see a whole president launching the nation's first interchange, the nation's first bridge that is built on sand. Okay, so there he is. He's just cut the ribbon there. And how much did it cost? It cost 88 million. Now we're talking 88 million. 88 million money zero, man. 88 million. It's cost 88 million. Right. So quickly, obviously, what do you take of this? We've got a few people calling in on Twitter Space, right? If people don't, I think they've been dropped by mistake. If people don't come back and click the microphone, I'll be shutting in about 2 minutes. So if those who want to speak, try to come back and click the microphone before I shut. Click the microphone before I shut. Okay. So just quickly rewinding that. There we are. We've got whole motorcade. I mean, look, the motorcade is quite stately, by the way. These are massive vehicles there. Massive. Mazimonya driver. So mutrababras. Pamsoro pe trababras here. Yagaka pamsoro pe pevu. Right. Right. Somebody's saying here. Right. So how much did it cost? No, it cost 88 million. Someone is asking also, how much did UK's largest interchange, the Birmingham interchange, cost? the Birmingham spaghetti interchange cost a fraction of what Mnangagwa is used for and on this sand pile, this interchange that is built on a pile of sand. Okay, and this is an interchange, by the way, that is already brittle. It's an interchange that people could see it breaking, people could see its parts. Zitori broken. Nazim Akuseni, just right today, we had ZBC footage. It wasn't ZimI footage. It was actually national broadcaster ZBC footage of the interchange in parts, literally brittle, breaking apart. If it wasn't breaking apart, what were those parts? Right, so quickly, Chifamba, let's hear you. What do you take of this? Are you happy that we are in Trabablas today? Chifamba Leon. Chifamba Leon, are you there? Okay, Chifamba Leon has just been cut. I was hoping that we could hear his views here. Right, Anzine Simba just showed them the Birmingham interchange. I think I should actually. No, it's a Birmingham interchange. Right, let me try and bring it up. Right, by the way, here. Timbona timbokuratidza Bemas Birmingham interchange. Mumbona kuti mamwe ma interchange akamira sei. And a Birmingham interchange cost only 10 million, you know. It was only 10 million. It cost 90 million. Right. Let's go to it. It is called the Birmingham Spaghetti Junction. Right. It's actually called, it's not called Birmingham Interchange. It's called Birmingham Spaghetti Junction. Right. This Spaghetti Junction, it cost just 10 million. 10 million jet. 10 meter jet. Someone was saying to me, Zimbabwe, it was 10 million in 1972. Ah, come on. Chiwaita then. Which I want to it's still cheaper, even if you were to increase the value of the pound. You find that it was still too cheap. Compared to this thing that is built on sand. Gadzira interchange iri pamusoro pemadhaka pevhu takatoti madhaka zviri nani, but iro ritori ivhu charo, ivhu riri kuvhunuka, uri kutovhunuka on day one. Muti magadzira interchange maspenda 90 million taxpayer man, 90 million era man. Aiwaka. Ndisi tega here muri kudziona idzidzi. Uyu mutungamiri wenyika achitoburuka apapo ari kutoti kunoronja ningirikini izvozviso. Imazimba achona murukopa muri kutambirwa magame akadai so makangonyarara. Regai tiise panapa tiise Bemas Birmingham interchange tione tipisirei panapa. Regai tipisirei panapa. Iyo idzo dziri kutocheka ribbon ipapa. Dziri kutocheka ribbon ka ipapa. Idzo dzatocheka. Dzatopedza masports. Dzakufara. Right, I'm just going to quickly, I want to pick up and show you pictures of the interchange already brittle. Yatovunika nhasi makusencha chekuvunika chekuvunika. Ngatikuradzidzei. Now imagine, compare this is Birmingham. This is not your Mbudzi thing, right? This is iya Bemas iya takuratidzai iya handiti. Tozokunzwa yamwe maakutaura kuti iya Harare. Iya Birmingham iya muri kuona iyi. Yamakuona ikozo right now iyi yatakuratidzai iyi. Yatazoisa pa screen apa. yaBirmingham yeBirmingham yakakosta 10 million chete, 10 meter chete, 10 million chete. Mota dzaka mari yakashandiswa naWicknell kutenga zvimota zvaya zviya, zvimota zvekuromba zviya, mari iyoyo ndo yakavaka Interchange ramuri kuona iri, UK's largest and most prestigious interchange, cost only 10 million. And Wicknell has spent more than that, spent over 15 million buying cars that perish, cars that have already lost value seconds after being driven off. So those who on Twitter space, you can watch our broadcast. As you can see, murukona broadcast iri kubudera. Right, vari Twitter space iri kuoneka here. Right. Right. General Kaimba is saying, look, is correcting me. They're saying, look, Simba 10 million in 1972 would be just over 75 million today's money. Yeah, so it would just be 75 million. So it's still way smaller. It's still way, it's still too small. Right. It's smaller than, excuse me, there's less money that has been spent for the UK's interchange than what you folks have spent on your pile of sand. Ivu. Oh man. I mean, look at this. The neatest part of this interchange is where the plaque is and where the carpet is. Everything else seems so chaotic. Am I wrong? Footage yeZBC mukati drone resume aika, then munema kuti Simba Chikanza, hey, we are seeing your things, you are always negative, you don't like our ZANU PF. But when I drone ramuri kuona iri riri pamusoro iri drone re Zim Papers, drone re Herald iri ramuri kuona iri riri kutenderera panapa pa iri pa video apa. This is Herald drone. Come on, what do you see there? It's sand. Madhaka isa munduudza kuti ndiyo interchange yacho. Koma ngadingogadzira zvode china makangunyarara. If you knew you're gonna produce this, why didn't you just do it quietly? Hanzi new era madhaka iwo. Aiwaka. Tikuti chii panapa. Ndo new era yacho here madhaka aya. Ndo new era yacho. Oh, so let me hear you folks. Oh, look at this. Look at this. So there he is. He arrives in this state-of-the-art cars, a Land Rover, and armed guards, nice clean suits, and then red ribbon. I mean, if that ribbon, the money spent on that red ribbon would have been used to buy paint for the road, don't you think you would have been having at least the road, Fambika, get out? Tenga ribbon instead of buying paint. Right. So let me hear you folks. What do you make of this? Motichi, Trababras Yamuka iyo. Trababras chakuti yazoitayo. And the Simba showed them the Swindon magic roundabout and tell them it costs for less than this muddy nonsense. Okay, thank you. The Swindon, I should have put them. There's a Swindon. Kune mamwe interchange yekuti ukamaona so unoti wakomana so ya apa papaitwa basa apa. Ona zviri pa video izvizvi mega. Those who are on Twitter space, you can actually watch what is on video there. This is the country's first interchange that is built on a pile of sand. Zvinhu zvataidzidziswa isusu muSunday school kuBible kuchurch. A wise man built his house on a rock. A foolish man built his house on sand. Ndo zvaitwa naMnangagwa. The wise man built it, and the wise man built his house upon the rock. Wise man built his house upon the rock. Foolish man built his house upon the sand. His house is bound to fall. This is stuff that we were taught in Sunday school, folks. I mean, Bible in this same press marare momwe. Saka Bible renyoresa vanhu anoti muchinamata muchienda kuchechi ari kupiko mavhesi aya munenge muchidzimiri muri kukota kota aya ari kupiko and imiwa machechi amunopinda vekuzayoja vari padhuze papa grenora ipapa muri kupi muchiitirwa nonsense yakadai. Unfortunately ndimi vacho vatinoona ana yuna guti makapfeka mascarf muchitamba naye Mnangagwa uyu. So unfortunately, this is what happens in the country, right? So what do we say? This obviously says, right? Let me show people the Swindon Magic Roundabout again. Based on Swindon Magic Roundabout, then over the page as well. Okay, where's the Swindon interchange? How do I get to this? I need to show people the Swindon Magic Roundabout. So what do you say? ZANU-PF members, where are you? And they should not have used the inexperienced local companies on such specialized projects. It would have been wiser to use the Chinese to do that. At least we would have been left with a good thing. Oh yeah, someone is saying so. They should have used the Chinese company maybe, because the Chinese at least used a Chinese company that has got not just any Chinese company, but there's some Chinese companies that have done some really brilliant architecture back in China over there. I've seen some really brilliant bridges in China. Yeah. You give to the best. Kote kupa munoti mimi Simba Chikanza asitomborina kana experience ungonzi iyo gadzira interchange. Nokuti Simba Chikanza yama ya ED oti mfana oti mufesi wa ED anongopuwa Z10. Aiwa nyika ichona inorarama sei nyika icho. Mari dzinenge dzichingorogwa. Inenge ichingorogwa kamari. So quickly, obviously, this is what it is. Right. Everything else on the Zim Papers footage here is just, it is also broadcasting it is filler footage. Most filler footage. You paridzira mawani aya footage yongoti unongoti pfekedzera aiwa izvo zviri kunyadzisa izvo aiwa chingonza ichocho aiwa chingoisa ichocho. Otherwise ndiyo interchange yenyu mazimba, interchange yakavaka pamusoro pemavhu, daitati madhaka but mavhu chaiwo. Right, quickly, this is going to be it. We're going to be shutting now. Let's catch up a bit later on. Ambo Suchaku Nyoka Mabunu court case. Thank you. We're going to be shutting off to Nyoka Mabunu court case. We're going to be shutting now. Right, to those who came late, what do you think about the interchange? Usd88Mllion Interchange, the country's first interchange that is built on sand. Are you happy? How long will it last? Just today, Zimbabweans, interchange, well, we found it to be brittle. Herald drone footage, ZBC footage early this morning showed many parts of the interchange already brittle. Yeah, good of Vunika. This is the country's first interchange that is built on sand. Unlike the church song, that says you don't build a house on sand, you built it on top of a rock. Mnangagwa.
Tasvitwa kumagumo ekutambudzwa na Emerson onde manyazi. Tasvitwa kumagumo ekutambudzwa na Emerson onde manyazi. Tichasimudza maoko wangu kutenda muziki. Tichasimudza maoko wangu kutenda muziki.
Right, good afternoon to you, brothers and misses. Those who came late. What do you think about your interchange? The country's first interchange that is built on ground. Interchange rebuild wenzendi kwete zvamuroratidza nezvbc muratidza footage isiriyo audzokera pambudzi chaipo iwe cameraman dzokera kumbudzi kodzokera kuinte kutrababras toda kuona zvamakavaka trababras. Right, so yeah, it's the first interchange that is built on a pile of sand. I mean, I'm not joking, folks. It sounds like a joke, but it is. Kwete zvinhu zvamuri kuratidza izvi zvemuharare zvemukapita chaipo chano pamakarova pamatsemura 90 million
onde manyazi. Tichasimudza maoko angu.
Unaparova 90 million munhu akuda kuratidza mapicture emuharare zvinhu zvakavakwa naIan Smith. Toda kuona zvamavaka zvamaspenda zvamarova 90 meters. What would you do if you were to get 90 million, folks? No, tomboti 90. Tombopa kana ka 7 million. What do you imagine the things that you could do?
Tichasimudza maoko.
Rakumana akarova 90 million. Apa asara tombochi. Yona kuvaka interchange pamusoro pevhu rakumana.
Maoko angu kutenda musiki.
Hanzi hatina kuita masuspension nokuda kuti haizoita strong. But wamaisa pamusoro pevhu. Ukamboona kupi road inovaka pamusoro pevhu inenge pasii.
Ekutambudzwa na Emerson onde manyazi. tambuzwa na emotion mondi emanyati Ticha simu tama oko wangu kutenda muziki Ticha simu tama oko wangu kutenda muziki Geza, geza, geza Zimai Geza, geza, geza Zimai
This is Semi Media, broadcasting all around the world, on the spot, on the dot.
Tambuzwa na Emerson mondi emanyati Tasvitwa Mnangagwa kutambudzwa na Emerson mondi emanyati Ticha simu tama oko angu kutenda muziki Ticha simu tama oko angu kutenda muziki Geza, geza Geza Zimai
This is Semi Media, broadcasting all around the world, on the spot,